They say objects don't remember, but what if they do? Tokyo, 2005, neon lights humming in the rain, and somewhere between Akihabara's cluttered antique stalls, a young office worker named Hiroshi browsed old train memorabilia to distract himself from another bruising work week. He wasn't looking for meaning, just something small, something curious to set on his desk. That's when he saw it, a faded ticket stub, edges curled, ink ghosting into paper like a memory evaporating. A conductor's punch mark cut clean through the date, 1959. Hiroshi smiled. He'd grown up hearing stories about his grandfather's railway adventures, distant tales of stations swallowed by fog and endless tracks stretching across mountains. He bought the ticket for a few yen, more for sentiment than worth, and slipped it into his pocket. He didn't know why it felt warm. That night, eating ramen in his tiny apartment, Hiroshi studied the ticket under lamplight. Something tugged at him, the date. His grandfather used to say that on a September morning in 1959, he boarded a train that changed his life. Hiroshi's fingers froze over the ticket. September 1959. Same station initials, same issuer stamp. Coincidence, he told himself. Japan printed millions of these. But a whisper of curiosity unfurled in his chest. The next day, he called his mother, more out of playful intrigue than belief. Dad always spoke of that journey, she said quietly. Hold on. He heard drawers opening, paper rustling. Then, a breathless pause. Hiroshi, your grandfather kept a journal. That day, she swallowed. His ticket number is written here. Does yours say 6421? Hiroshi's world tilted. He stared at the stub, 6B or 21. The ticket slipped from his hand. How had this found its way back? He visited his grandfather's grave that weekend, rain tapping like fingers on the stone lanterns, the smell of wet earth thick in the air. Hiroshi placed the ticket at the base of the shrine, hands trembling, not from fear, but from awe. This was yours, he whispered, and now it's home. A breeze moved through the cemetery, lifting cherry petals like soft blushes in the air. Hiroshi felt something unspoken, a thread tying past to present, generations to moments, journeys ending where they began. Objects don't remember, people say, but sometimes stories do. They circle back, waiting to be finished. Months later, Hiroshi framed the ticket above his desk, not as decor but as proof. The world is full of quiet reunions, if you know where to look. If you enjoyed this story, please like, share, and subscribe to help the channel grow.